Hello, this is the end, but it's also the beginning. I just finished filming the video, but I needed to come back here to try to do a better opening. What I want to do here is show you different setup using Hobonichi stuff. Let's say you're wondering if the wigs will fit, I think it's called a small pouch. I will check and tell you. Will they fit together? Maybe you're wondering, can you fit an A6 inside a small pouch? Or can you fit 3 notebooks inside a Hobonichi A6 cover? That's what I'm gonna try to answer today. I'm gonna try unusual setups or not so unusual that I saw people wondering about, and some others that I was curious myself. I thought this would be really good for those who haven't had the chance to hold things. It's very hard to visualize how it's gonna fit together, right? So I'm hoping that's gonna be helpful. I don't think this video is gonna be very entertaining, but I'm hoping that it's gonna be helpful. If you're welcome, sorry, it's not even my brain, it's my mouth. I can't make words. If you're new to the Hobonichi community, welcome. I hope you have a nice time with us, and please don't feel intimidated. I know how scary it can be seeing all the beautiful, perfect, amazing, artistic, full of stickers, so aesthetic, pleasing planners in this community. But please don't be afraid. It's okay to use Hobonichi and make a mess of it, okay? It's okay. It's okay if your handwriting it's not perfect. It's okay if you're not autistic. It's okay if you're not autistic. What? I'm autistic, by the way. You'll probably think, oh, that makes sense. That's why she's such a weirdo. It's okay to not be artistic. I have some good news to you. You can do whatever you want. You can do your own thing. What I'm trying to say is, please don't be afraid of us. Please don't be afraid of Hobonichi. Don't think this is like, it doesn't need to be something perfect, okay? Anyway, this is just like me welcoming the new people to Hobonichi. And if you're also old to Hobonichi and you needed to hear that, the size difference. So that's the size difference. I really like the A6 size. I think it's very portable. I really don't know how people can carry around the A5. I've tried, but it's just too big for me to carry it around, and also as a planner. Here I have the Avec and then a notebook, the great notebook. Let me take this, or should I just keep it? I'm gonna keep the, what is it? Kita, I don't know. And let me put more things in here. I'll just leave it here because I think this is more realistic. People will have at least a few things here, right? Maybe I'll take this one out. So I just have a stencil, a Hobonichi stencil, and a Kita. And that's how it looks. Not too heavy, not too heavy. Let me show you only the Avec and the cover. Having only the Avec here feels okay. Maybe because it's a new cover, so it's pretty stiff and you need to like shape it a little bit. And this one, because it's pretty new, it's shaping. It's getting the shape of one notebook pretty well, so it feels pretty okay. I've been keeping the pen here, so all these things that I'm gonna use next year, I've been keeping in a box till I'm ready to really use them. And every now and then I'll go there and I appreciate them and give them some love. But I've been keeping the pen here, so when I'm ready to use this cover, it has already like a nice shape and I don't struggle too much to put the pen, and I can already tell it's working. I'm not struggling nearly as much as I was before. This is how it looks with one notebook and the pen. I've seen some people wondering if they can fit 2 Hobonichi notebooks here. Let's try. I have to do a voiceover for this part of the video because my original explanation was all over the place. To make the idea of 3 notebooks work, what I thought is you could use an elastic, so just like a traveler's notebook, and then I'm attaching the covers together. The A6 cover has 2 pockets where you can tuck the notebook covers, but I realized that if you try to put your first notebook in one of these pockets, the cover won't close properly. So you'll probably need another elastic to attach the first cover to the other cover. I also removed the last notebook from the first pocket and tucked it to the second one to make more space in the spine of the cover. This helped a little bit, but I don't think A6 cover can fit through notebooks nicely. I'm showing you that the elastic didn't damage the Hobonichi notebook. I've used this method for with the Kokuyo planner and the Idea notebook, and I used that for quite a long time. And it didn't really damage the notebook, but the cover got a little bit bent, and I can't really tell what would happen with a Hobonichi cover, but I imagine that the damage would be very minimal. I also tried the same thing with a thinner notebook. I used the Hobonichi A6 freebie notebook. Even though it's a bit thinner, it's still quite thick, so it's still quite a lot for this cover. So I imagine that you can have 3 notebooks there, but only if they are quite thin. I also showed you how the A6 Avec and the Day 3 notebook would look together, and they pretty much feel just like an A6 Avec with a grid notebook. When I did my Hobonichi unboxing, I also tested different setups, and one of them was trying to fit the freebie A6 in the cover with a planner already in there, and the only way I found that could really work was having the freebie notebook tucked in back, just like you do with the green notebook or the day free. All right, go back to our regular chaos. This is again A6, and I have the clear cover here. With some Hobonichi covers, you can fit the home, and with some you cannot. With this one, you can fit the home with the clear cover. You cannot. Unless, maybe, like this. Yeah, no. But you could like this. Yeah, you could. I don't think it's a nice fit though. It's, yeah, doesn't really fit well. Let's start with no plastic cover. If you're new to Hobonichi and it's your first time putting your new planner in a cover or a plastic cover, yes, it's stressful, it's scary. You feel like you're gonna completely destroy your planner, but don't worry. The fear is part of it. You need to open it. Like, you need to, pretty much like this. And don't worry too much to do that with the Hobonichi. I love how this cover feels. I love it. I love how it looks too. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering how hard the home cover is, it's flexible. It's less sturdy than the Weeks cover. This is not the Weeks with textile. I think the Weeks that come with that textile feels a little less sturdy, because I've had one and I think it was a little less sturdy, and it's pretty hard to bend it. But when it comes to the home, at least this cover that I have, it's a lot easier. I'm pulling it with the same strength. You can see that it's not really damage for me doing that. Like, it's alright. It's okay. It's okay. It can handle it. It's meant to be used. And I know it's very hard to get out of that mindset, but oh yeah, I can fit it here. So the reason why I'm pulling out the bookmarks is because these bookmarks are so thick. I don't know if you can see it. Pretty thick. So that's how the home looks here. We can maybe try another pocket. See how it looks? So I'm using the second pocket now. I I think if you make your cover adapt to the shape, it can work. It can work. It doesn't feel too awkward. But you can definitely see a little bit of the home cover here. We can try the last pocket. Yeah, it's not good. The last pocket just makes it worse. You can see it here. Depending on the cover, the home can fit better. So let's just try this one. Yeah, no, it's worse. I'm thinking that the main reason is I've been keeping things inside this one. So I had an Avec and a day free here for some time, a little less than a week. And here I only had a grid notebook, which is a lot thinner than the Avec and the day free together. This cover wasn't broken in yet, so maybe that's why. But yeah, not a good fit, unfortunately. I'm trying to push it as much as I can, and it's just not closing. All the things that I have here is just very thin paper, so it's not really compromising. Okay, let's go to the pouches. Let's start with this one. No, let's start with this one. So, sorry. So this is the new pen case. I have here the camel color, which is a lot darker than I thought it was gonna be. I don't really love this shade. I wanted this one because I like how it's a light color inside. The black one is black inside and outside, and I want to see things more clearly because I was thinking of using this as art pen case, and it's just easier to see colors when the background is not black. This is my regular pen, and I cannot fit everything that I have here in here. So let me just select a few things. Why? You can see it's quite deep. You can fit a tumble in here with no problem. Tumble is usually too big for most pencil cases, right? But you can fit the tumble here. But if your pen is short, then you would have to use this thing to secure it. Otherwise, it's a little hard to get it. Just put some outliners here. So you can only fit 4. So you cannot, like, there is no space for more. Should I zoom in? There is no space for more. You could fit it behind it, which is fine, but it will go down. You could also fit more. You can fit 3 more here. See? 3 more. Let me see if you can fit 1 more. Yeah, I don't think you can. Okay. Maybe you can, but yeah, no. It's not good. Not good. It's very tight. No. You can, but you shouldn't. The bad thing is you're gonna take away from inside. Let's see if we can fit more pens in here. Tumble, you cannot fit inside, only outside. 1, Sarasa, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can fit more, like 2 more. Yeah, and you can close it. But I see 2 problems with this. One, it's kind of hard to get the pens if the color that I want is the last one here. It's just very annoying to get it. And another thing is, this is called a flat pen case, right? But it's not flat anymore. If you put so many things in here, it's not flat anymore. So maybe we'll lose the whole point. Let's say only a few pens, 3 pens and then 1 tumble. And inside, what you could do is have stickers and things like that, and some washi tape, if it's like a regular size washi tape roll. It's still flat. That's how it looks with A6. This is how it looks with the home. With a Wix. it bounces a little bit because of this metal thing. And I guess you could also use it like this on the cover, but it would also make your cover a little bend a little bit, but you could definitely use it like this. Tried using like that in an A6, using here instead, it will look like this. I think the last thing I have here to show you is this pouch. I think it's called a small pouch. So it comes with a pocket here, and then it's kind of dirty. So prepare yourself, okay? Prepare your heart. Dirty Hobonichi item. Prepare your heart. Has a few pockets. This mesh zipper pocket with a few like elastic straps here. And I have had this for about 3 years, I think. And yeah, you can just do so much with this. But can you fit the wicks? So if you want to have your wicks inside, I think the first thing you're gonna think is put it here. But it feels very tight, so that's a no. Then you're gonna maybe try the second pocket, which fits a little bit better, but it's still not good. And then maybe you're gonna try again, and nope. Yeah, so you cannot use the pockets to fit your wicks. If it's a sneaker, gonna fit in here, I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm not that sure. But I'm sure it's gonna fit better than this one, because if you don't know, the sneaker is a little bit smaller. It's very thin cover, basically something similar to the regular covers. Like basically it's just a cardboard. You might get a sneaker inside the pockets, but I'm not totally sure. So let's see if you can fit here, not using the pockets. You should probably pay attention to the bookmark, or you get it stuck. And yeah, you can close it. It feels a little snug, but it's okay. You could also fit some stationery stuff here. So you can just fit a few things in here if you want with your wicks. However, I don't think it's very comfortable having the wicks here. I feel like it's just loose in here, you know? And you can definitely not fit inside a pocket. You just cannot. It's not an option. Open, and maybe you could even have your pen here. And then close. Again, the bookmarks. You should pay attention to the bookmarks. I guess at this point you could just even cut it. Then close. Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit hard. Like you would have to mess a little bit with it to make it fit 100% and close all the way. But yeah, if you don't mind, you would probably leave a little bit open. You can see here it's a little bit hard to open because of the wicks corner. But yeah, I'm not mad. It's quite nice. You have to be very mindful about what you're putting here. Very thin sticker sheets. Let's put it here actually. And then I have this, and it's a little bit bulky because there are a lot of stickers. Let's try the Kita and your stencil, and maybe the pen. So let's see if it closes. Wow, here again, the same thing. And I don't want to force all the way because it's gonna damage. I feel like it's gonna damage the cover. And you still have some room here. Wow, I'm so impressed, because last time when I tried this, because I was wondering if I could fit my mega wicks that I'm gonna get here, and I thought I couldn't even fit the regular wicks, but now yeah, it's working. If you like using tumbles, you can fit the tumble in this kind of pouch. It feels a little heavy, but it's still all right. And then if we try to open, just wouldn't be able to use your wicks here because it's just not leveled, so it's a bit hard to write, not very comfortable. And the same goes here. because you now have pens here. But if you don't have anything here, guys, you could just use it like this and move when you want the other to write on the other side. It works. I'm kind of surprised. I've had this pouch for quite a long time and I've used it a lot and it got pretty worn out. It's not new, it's just pretty used, you know. Maybe that's why I can fit my wigs here, and maybe if it was very new I couldn't. So look, this is a very thick block of post-it note. Just so you can see, you can fit quite a lot in here. You just have to know how to organize it. Big thing on the opposite side of the other big thing, then it's definitely gonna close. And yes, it takes a little more work to close, but it closes. This pouch is pretty amazing. You can fit a lot in here. Maybe I should show you with actual stationery. Nah, that's okay. Just believe, just believe me. You can fit a lot in here. Not saying everything. Don't try to fit your whole house in here and then blame me. Not that extreme, okay? Can you fit the whole here though? Oh my god, maybe you can. Or maybe you cannot. Well, yes, but it's not that nice, you see. Like, I need to make some effort to close it. I can open it, but when I have to close, it's a little hard. But yeah, I guess you could use it. You cannot fit in here. Let's try the Avec. Can you fit the Avec on the back pocket? Nope, you cannot. But can you fit the Avec here? You can also not fit the A6 planner. Yeah, the A6 goes in here a lot nicer than the home. I can close and open. I like it. Planning. Should we try with the stickers again? So that's how it looks. Open. Let's try to close it. Let's try again. Yeah. It's pretty alright. You could even have one of those in here. The freebie notebook will not fit in here, I think, because it's A6. Yeah, it doesn't fit in here. Nothing A6 fits in here unless it's the pencil board, because I believe the pencil board is a little bit smaller. You can see here and here. So you can fit in here. Let's try having the Avec, all the stickers and the pen, and plus the wicks here. I forgot to try the wicks on the back. Ooh, yeah, you can fit the wicks. It feels very tight. Everything feels very tight in here. I wouldn't use it like this. I think most people would feel afraid of putting so much pressure on the zipper. And yeah, I guess if you want to just have your wicks here, you also can. But my problem with the wicks here is just feels too tight. I feel like I'm putting too much pressure on the pouch. But I don't know, maybe it's just me. You can see on the top a little bit of the wicks coming out. That might bother some people. Maybe, I don't know if you can fit more things in here. Let's try a few pens, just a few more liners, and let's close. Yeah, it still feels the same, to be honest. Feels the same, although we have pens inside. It feels the same as before. Feels a little heavy, but not too much. But I guess this is a little annoying, like how it's not the same size. You could even fit your wigs here, I'm pretty sure, with the pens, because this cover, as I said, is just, you can fit so much inside. Okay, yeah, and again, you can close it. Maybe if you're traveling, you could do this, but it's not an everyday setup, I would say. I don't know, just in my opinion. This is the A6 and the Avec. Oh my god, this is I'm not even making sense anymore. I'm not even making sense anymore. Okay, not sensing. So you can see they are pretty different sizes. So of course, just if you're wondering, if you're new to all this, it's not the same size, so you cannot have your wigs inside an A6 cover. It will not work. It does not work. Okay, it just doesn't work. You cannot have a wigs inside the A5 and fit it very well. It doesn't fit on the front pocket, but I guess you could have it on this pocket and then have the Avec here. Let's see. It's different. It's different. You can feel where the 6 starts and where it ends. You can feel the shape. Maybe you can even see on the camera, I'm not sure, like here. A6 here on the second pocket, open like this. You can still feel that you have something that is not A5 in here. Of course, you can feel it pretty well. So I don't know if that bothers you. But if this doesn't bother you, I think this could work for someone. Not for most, but it could work for someone, yeah. If you had your A6 here, so maybe like this. I have the back here inside this pocket. I think this feels a little better. The size difference is not appearing right in the front. It doesn't feel too bad. I don't mind it. It's not as bad as I thought. Could work. And yeah, I hope this was useful. Let me know if this was useful. I thought this was going to be a good idea. I was looking for a specific setup and I couldn't find it anywhere because it was unusual. People don't really use it like that, but I had the idea and I didn't know if it was going to work. I didn't have the things with me and I couldn't see the things in person. That's why I decided to do this video, but I hope this was helpful somehow. Okay, I've been talking too much. I need to go. Bye.